Hi, I'm Bob Shoup. I'm a consultant here with Subsurface Consultants and Associates, and I'm here today to talk to you about our class, Application of Quality Control for Subsurface Maps. Our industry spends hundreds of millions of dollars every year on dry holes and non-commercial wells. And a lot of the times these wells are drilled on maps that were geologically impossible and on occasion even geometrically impossible in 3 dimensions. What we found here at SCA is that the most common cause for dry holes is the failure to use all of the data or failure to use the data correctly. And the actual state of this industry is that most of our wells that are drilled as dry holes were dry holes long before they were approved by management. So what we're going to do is talk about some quick look techniques, or QLTs, that you can use to review your map and make sure that the maps are as good as possible so that you can avoid dry holes before you drill them. So what are quick look techniques? They're a collection of sound geoscience or engineering techniques that provide a rapid means for evaluating your interpretations and the maps of your prospects and your reserve estimates and any other aspects of your geoscience or engineering work. In order to distinguish a great prospect from a mediocre one, or one that's destined to be a dry hole, one must apply the same technical criteria and experience to evaluate your maps as you did in generating them. And we do that by applying these quick look techniques. There's a lot of quick look techniques. We don't have time to discuss all of them in this video, but we will talk a little bit about equal space contouring algorithms as a means of constraining your map. A lot of contouring algorithms in our workstations have a component of equal space contouring. They apply a uniform slope or dip over an entire segment or an entire structure or a large portion of your map. The contour spacing selected by the algorithm is usually the steepest slope or dip in the area that you're mapping. And what this does is, in order to maintain that constant dip, the algorithm will add bends or cusps into your map, as well as artificial highs, what we call bubble highs. So these cusps and these bubble highs give you a number of artificial artifacts onto your map. If you look at the map on the screen, is it a 3-dimensionally geologic map? Well 6, 9, B2, D1, and D2 have watered out. Well 7 has a dip meter that shows 1.5 degrees of dip. 3 wells are planned to drain the attic reserves. Will these wells be cement storage facilities or successful wells? If we look more closely at the map, we can see that both the front limb and the back limb have the same dip rate. So it has been contoured using an equal space contouring algorithm. If we look at the dip in the area where we have the dip meter, we notice that it's mapped as 3.4 degrees of dip when it should have 1.7 degrees. We notice also a number of contour cusps, and we notice that our locations are actually bubble highs, not geologically real structures. And finally, we can confirm that the map is inaccurate because we have multiple long B structural axes. If we look at the corrected map, we can see now that the front limb dip it matches the dip predicted from the change in the fault dip. The back limb dip matches the dip meter data, and our 3 closures have now gone away into 2 closures. 2 of the wells, had they been drilled, would have been dry holes. The 3rd well, had it been drilled, would have been uneconomic. So in this example, the quick look techniques were applied pre-drill, and they saved the company millions of dollars. All too often, quick look techniques are applied post-mortem. So don't be so quick to drill that dry hole. Learn and apply quick look techniques.